Hi, how was your week? It was very, very warm this week, but it's getting better. It was a rough week for us too. Our friend passed away. Had a heart attack. Heart attacks are very sudden. And he wasn't that old. And it comes as a shock to his family and his friends. And a little scary. And so we went to the viewing and we went to the funeral. And the Monsignor that spoke at the funeral was very kind and spoke some really good things. And he talked about the fear that you have of leaving here and going into heaven. So I looked it up in the Bible to see what the Bible actually says about it. And there's a couple of them, not a lot. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8, so I say we have courage and we really want to be away from this body and be at home with the Lord. In John 14, 2 through 3, there are many rooms in my Father's house, and I would not tell you this if it was not true. I'm going to go there and prepare a place for you. And after I go and prepare a place for you, I'll come back and I'll take you with me so you can be where I am. Here's the thing. We're afraid of change, of moving from one thing to another, one place to another. I was afraid to move to a place where I could live with Kenny because I had not done that before. I was afraid when my parents split up, when I would go from one parent to the other and then back again. Colleen was afraid. And our friend, Elizabeth, I do not want to die. But this pastor brought up something that I've been thinking about a little bit, because we have a new baby girl. And that new baby girl was in her mommy's belly. And when she came out, she was afraid and cold and wanted to be tightly wrapped. And we know that she wanted to be tightly wrapped because where she came from, that's where she was tightly wrapped. And she was used to it. Kind of dying and going to heaven is kind of like my baby granddaughter leaving her mommy's belly to come into this world. I'm happy where I am. I have food. I'm warm. And my mommy talks to me. I don't want to go somewhere else. And then you gotta go. You have to be born. You have to be here. You transition often in your lives. We transition from the womb to the world. We transition from just being with mom and dad to being with grandma and grandpa and cousins. And then you transition to friends, which makes you transition to schools. You transition often. And there's always a certain amount of fear. But you come out of mommy's belly and you come into a world and there's bright colors. And there's people who love you, more than one. And there's warm hands holding us. You transition from being with mom and dad to adding more family members. Now you have more people who love you. You transition from one place that you feel comfortable. But after a while, when you get to this new place, and after a while when you're there, you're like, this is a little bit better. You like being with your family, and you stay there, and you're comfortable there. But then you have to go to preschool. And it's scary, and it's different. But my children, when they come for preschool, within a couple weeks, they're running in, because they know now they have other things to play with and other people to play with. Maybe it's like that when you go to heaven. Maybe it's, I don't want to leave this place because the people that I love are here, and I'm comfortable here. I'm taken care of here. But maybe when you leave this place and you go to heaven, maybe it's a little bit better, because there's people there that will love us, that you can be with. And it's warm and comfortable. I don't know. I've never been there. I know I'm on the other side of it, and I miss the people that are there now. But maybe when I get there, I'll see them. And I'll know that the people I love will be with me then and in the future. All of them. I think maybe that's what Jesus is saying when he says, I will go and prepare a place for you and come back, and then I'll take you with me so you can be where I am. I guess what Jesus is saying is, it's going to be okay. You're going to be taken care of. And maybe what I'm saying is, really, really, really hope it's okay for the people who are there. My friend who passed away, our daughter, a friend that we just lost, my grandparents, Kenny's parents. Maybe when we get there, we'll be with them. And we'll know that the others are coming also. And we'll be together again. I don't know. And sometimes I can't think that way. But then again, neither do the babies. They don't know. They only know where they are, and then it's going to change. But maybe we'll be okay. Casting Crowns wrote a song. Mark Hall wrote it, I guess. And I've done it before. I've sung it. But it kind of shows me a little bit about it. If I had only known the last time would be the last time, I would have put off all the things I had to do. I would have stayed a little longer, held on a little tighter. Now what I'd give for one more day with you, because there's a wound here in my heart where something's missing, and they tell me it's going to heal with time, but I know you're in a place where all your wounds have been erased. And knowing yours are healed is healing mine. The only scars in heaven won't belong to me and you. There'll be no such thing as broken, and all the old will be made new. And the thought that makes me smile now, even as the tears fall down, is that the only scars in heaven are in the hands that hold you now. I know the road you walked was anything but easy. You picked up your share of scars along the way, but now you're standing in the sun. You have fought your fight, and your race is run. The pain is all 1,000,000 miles away. There's not a day goes by that I don't see you. You live on in all the better parts of me. Until I'm standing with you in the sun, I'll fight this fight, and this race I'll run until I finally see what you can see. The only scars in heaven won't belong to me and you. There'll be no such thing as broken, and all the old will be made new. And the thought that makes me smile, even as the tears fall down, as if the only scars in heaven are on the hands that hold you now. So listen. It's scary. It's scary moving from one place to another. It's scary leaving someplace that's comfortable and familiar and going to a place that isn't. But we've all done it. And we've all realized that once we got to this new place, it has a lot of good things too. So I'm going to still cry. And I'm still going to have fear. But there's also a part of me that knows, could be, it's going to be okay. I don't know if this helps or makes you feel worse. And I'm sorry if it does. And you can let me know. But I love you. And I miss you a lot. But we'll be together soon. Have a good week.